Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we will be learning how to sew this elegant smock layered dress. So it would include the cutting of the pattern and the sewing, and every detail is a one-part series. It's just one video that would incorporate everything. So the layers, I actually did 11 inches cut, okay, and I worked around the pattern that I had. I wanted that whole top to be the yellow, whilst the other two layers being the green. So just like an off shoulder, the person's shoulder to waist was 18, and then I added an extra 1 inch for that, and then her measurement was 44, 40, and then 35, and I added extra 4 inches to it so that it could give the smoky effect and make her feel comfortable when she wears it. That's the reason why I added the extra 4 inches. So here at the back, I'm cutting here at the section, I'm cutting the back, and because of the smoky effect or the elastic that would be used for the smoky effect, I did cut the front and the back the same. You can decide to either go in for the armhole or just let it go. So that one too was done by 9 inches. So here I was cutting the strap for the project, and then I make sure that it was actually 3 inches, so the sewing would actually end up being, after I'm done sewing it, it would either be 2.5 or 2.75. That is the reason why I chose 3 inches. You can also decide to make it 2 inches or 2.5. It would be fine. So that is the top. So it was the remaining fabric, okay, that I used to actually cut the first layer. So with the first layer, it was longer than the other layers. So the first layer was cut around 14 inches. But you can also decide to make it all the same inches. That would also come out perfectly fine as well. So the layers can be either 14, 12, 12 or 12, 12, 12, depending on how much or how many you want to lay. So here I was actually smearing the elastic thread around the bobbin. That is what you see me doing here. So I was rolling it around it till I got enough elastic bobbins to use to sew this dress. So it actually also depends on you. You can also use your machine to do that, but during this time that I was working on this section, our lights were off. The lights were off, so I actually had to do that by my hand and wait for the lights to come back so that I could continue. So here the bobbin had been placed in the bobbin case or the shuttle, which is beneath it. Okay, so the normal elastic is what you can see here. The normal thread is what you can see on the top, like so, but beneath it, okay, where the machine, the bobbin is the electric thread that I worked on. Okay, so you would do this, you try your best to make sure that the inches, the intervals between it are very small. Either you go in by half of an inch, 1 inch would be too much, so I would advise you go in for half of an inch or maybe 0.75. That would be great, but making it a whole 1 inch will be very big and it would make the dress quite loosen up. Okay, yeah, so I advise that when you are doing such a cut, you get a person's measurement, you add 1 inch to it for the down section, which is the shoulder to the waist, and then with the bust section you add extra 4 inches so that it can have that stretchiness that you would need. So here both the front and the back were done, and I was sewing them together, and as usual there were some threads that were hanging around. You just make sure that you cut your threads during the process so that after you're done you wouldn't take so much time just taking off threads out of it. So here I was just taking out the thread. So this is how it looked after it was done. Okay, if you can see it, this was how the inside looked. This is the inside work. Okay, this was how the inside looked after the elastic were done being sewn on it one by one. Okay, I hope you get the concept. So here I was joining the bars, the words together, like so. So here in this section, I was joining them together, as you can see here. So there was, from when I get to this section, you don't need any other extra measurements for, getting it out, because you've already added allowance to them, and then it's smoky. Okay, and it's elastic as well. So it will still fit the person. So you just add your 4 inches and you're good to go. So this was the first layer that I was attaching them to it. Please, when you're sewing it, make sure that the down section, which is the top section, is really, really open. Like, you open it. I mean, stretch it out so that all the stretchiness can leave it when you are doing the sewing. And if your fabric that you are using is quite more than the top section, maybe the circumference of this circumference would be around like 35, 30, let's say 35 or so. So if your fabric that you'll be working around is more than 35, there has to be some gathers in it. So here I was doing my false gathers with it, but you can also do your process gathers like a normal gathers section. Okay, so that you attach it to it, but you make sure that the down section, I mean the top, which has been smoked, okay, having the elastic effect, is being stretched out when you are sewing. Okay, do not let it be compacted like it has been. Just stretch it out so that the stretchiness effect can also be applied at the waist, or else it would affect it when you're wearing it. You won't be able to wear it if it is being compacted, because your normal thread that you'll be using to attach the down gather section or the layer section to it would not have the elastic beneath it. Okay, so it would come out like you doing the normal sewing. Okay, so try your best to make sure that it is straight out. So here in this section was the lining that I would be attaching the layers. So the first section will be the layer where the blue mark is, will be the second layer. Okay, so we already have the first layer attached to the upper section, and we are going to be sewing the second layer and then the third layer. Okay, so you can see me attaching it to the lining as you see me doing here. And here's the interval. The intervals will also depend on you, particularly if your length of your layers are 10 and 10 or maybe 14. You make sure that you make it 3 inches shorter. So from the distance, if it is 10 with your layer, you make sure that the distance between the layer, the first upper and the second upper, is between 6 and 7. Okay, so that the tips, the joining do not show, or the gathers do not show. Okay, so that is the measurement you'll be using to get the proportions right. If you decide to make yours 15, you shorten it by 3 inches. So with your lining, you mark the distance between it by 12 or 11 each. Okay, depending on the layers you're trying to create. Okay, yes, this one does, if you apply this lining, it does save a lot of fabric. Okay, so that it just doesn't start way from the top to way from the second layer, way from the top to way to the third layer. It just saves a lot of fabric. So I would advise that you go in with this, unless maybe the fabric you have is over enough. This project, it was 4 years or 4.5 years worth of fabric that I used in it. So here as well, I'm also doing my face gathers. If you really don't go to fake gathers, please do apply your normal gathers. Do apply your gathers technique like your normal gathers technique. I will be doing a video of that and leaving it in the description. Okay, but if you can do the fake gathers, why not? It makes you finish the work earlier. It looks beautiful just like the normal gathers. So if you have the game on point, I mean, try it, girl. Just try it. Try that one. But if not, if you're not really like good with that, please hold on, master the crafts, and then try that. Okay, so here I'm attaching the layer to it. Okay, so this is how it looked, and then I'll be attaching the first layer to it as well. Okay, and this is how the fake gutters are done. You see me, squeezing it up, buckling them up, it's like that. Okay, that is how you see me doing it. This is how it is done. If this is your first time watching my video, I'm a fashion designer in Ghana, Kumasi, to be precise. And yes, kindly do subscribe to this channel for amazing videos like these and more. And I have a playlist for whole kente beading fabric embellishments on this channel as well. So this is how it looked. So the first layer was attached, the second layer was attached, the third layer has been attached. So the lining doesn't have a first layer, so the first layer has already been attached to the top section, and then now is the time that we are attaching the other second and third layer. Okay, so here it is me attaching the second. Can you see how it looks here? Okay, you're attaching it in a way where after the whole sewing is being done, it would look completely neat and cover it up. So they are facing each other, they are not on the same direction, they are facing each other in the opposite ways. Okay, so after it is done, you would get to have a very nice clean finishing. And like I was also saying, please do try your best to stretch it out. Because of the elastic that was being applied here, it has already making the outfit gathers. You don't need to let it be I don't know how to put it, but what I'm trying to let you understand is when you're doing the sewing, please stretch it out, as you can see me doing here. Stretch it out to the brim so that the threads do not feel too compounded, not to make the elastic effect do what it's supposed to do. Okay, if that happens, then it means that the work, we're going to have issues, okay, at the end of the day. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, this is how it is looking at the end of the day. You see how they're coming together like so? That is how it is looking at the end of the day. So after everything is being sewn, you realize that this is how it looks, has it laid it out, but you can't really see any stitches there, right? Yes, that is it. So here I was also working around the strap that would be used at the hand sections over the shoulder. So here is the strap being joined together. Please, I'll be leaving my details actually in the description, so if you have any, then kindly do contact me through the links. Rinaka's collection actually does have a ready-to-wear section. We have a ready-to-wear department, and this outfit was actually part of the collections for a ready-to-wear. Okay, the ready-to-wear is also known as Acapacia by Rina. So just in case you go through any other social media and then you find Acapacia by Rina, it is our affiliate or our sister page. Kindly do follow it up as well. So after the straps were added, this was how the whole project came into being. Please, if this is your first time coming across my channel or my ring, do not forget to subscribe and get amazing tutorials like so. Do not forget to